11 signs by which you can recognize negative people. The way you interact with people affects you and your well-being. Also, the kind of energy a person has can affect our lives, for better or for worse. Everyone who comes into your life brings something unique and always leaves an imprint in your life. Negative people can affect our well-being and relationships. So it is important to recognize the presence of negativity in ourselves and others. Identifying the signs that a person is carrying negativity allows us to take the appropriate steps to protect ourselves. Here are 11 common signs that may indicate that you are with a negative person. 1. They are always anxious. Negative people are anxious people. They are constantly plagued by thoughts such as, what if I'm not good enough? They are in a constant cycle of worry and genuinely don't know how to stop because they are constantly afraid that something bad is about to happen. They hate change for the same reason, because to them change is always bad, because something new equals something bad for them. 2. They are pessimistic. Negative people expect the worst from everything. They can never see the bright side of life. Even in small things, they think the worst. Be it traffic, weather or food in a restaurant, they always think the worst. Nothing can bring a smile on their face. Negative people rarely envision a happy outcome or a great result. They always imagine things will go wrong. 3. They complain a lot. Negative people are serial whiners. They complain a lot and thus cause a lot of trouble. They have an inner belief that the whole world has turned against them. They may complain about a whole range of issues, from the weather, to help around the house, to where they work, to the price of groceries. They pretend that nothing good ever happens in their lives, but that is often not the case. They are usually just incapable of seeing the good in their lives. 4. They hate change. They don't like to experiment. Change is an inevitable part of life. We humans need to change in order to grow. Otherwise, we start moving backwards, which is usually not a good thing. However, negative people are afraid of change. For them, change will never bring anything good. Negative people never go outside of their comfort zone. Even if they don't really like the current situation they are in, they would rather stay in it than experience change because they don't really believe that change can happen forever. 5. They are incredibly judgmental. Negative people pick on almost everyone and everything. They are constantly gossiping and judging others and resenting different situations. 6. They suck energy. Negative people suck out all your energy. They leave you emotionally and physically drained. They are simply incapable of creating any positivity around them. Being around them will leave you tired and drained of all energy. 7. They hate criticism. Criticism is important for our growth and maturity as people. But negative people just can't stand criticism. Even if the criticism is constructive, they are quick to take it as personal insults. That's because negative people are usually insecure and constantly need validation. 8. They are manipulative. Their relationships with others are rarely genuine. They act out of need, out of interest, and out of fear, going so far as to manipulate others. All they want is for us to take care of them, and it doesn't matter if they have to exaggerate, overplay or lie. They will play a sensitive chord, using their dramatic talent, multiplying complaints and guilt. It's never their fault, they need help, we wish them harm, etc. Manipulating others is part of their modus operandi to achieve their goals when they need others. 9. They never take risks. A risk is called a risk because there is always a chance that it may not turn out well for you. But some people willingly take risks because they want a chance to improve their lives, even if there is a small chance that things might not work out the way they want. For negative people, however, any risk is too great. 10. They think they are too old for everything. Negative people usually think that everything is too immature or childish. To them, almost everything is something they are too old for. However, even as adults, we have to realize that there is an inner child living inside of us that often wants to be satisfied. And entertaining that inner child doesn't always mean that we are immature or infantile. Often it simply means that we need to allow ourselves the joy of being alive, just as we did when we were children. Have you ever wondered why negative people seem so miserable? That's exactly why, because they don't allow themselves to experience joy. 11. They don't trust anyone. In addition to lacking confidence in himself, a negative person lacks confidence in others. Yet he seeks sympathy, outside help, but always sees evil behind any situation or any person. His negativity makes him see an ulterior motive, malice, even conspiracy in everything. How to stop being a negative person? 1. The best method of dealing with negativity is gratitude. You should be grateful in your heart for everything you have now or will achieve in the future, rather than complaining about what you don't have. 2. Be open to new experiences. New things can often be intimidating, but it's important to know that new doesn't necessarily mean bad. 3. Realize that the world is not as bad as you think it is. Yes, the world can often seem cold and cruel, but it can also often be warm and comforting, especially when you meet the right people. Remember, the more negative you are, the more you are blocking your success, and if you detect these negative signs in the people around you, it's time to run before you get caught in their web of negativity. Now take a look at yourself. How many signs do you have? Are there any negative people among your acquaintances? Write in the comments how you get rid of negativity.